It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got Joshua Palmer. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Chargers and the Bucs, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome to another entertaining matchup, folks. Kate Scott, Brock Heward on the call in this one. And Brock, got a couple of running backs down on the field who can really take over their offenses when they get in the groove.
And I think that's going to be the ultimate goal of both of these offenses, right? I mean, there's just no confusion about it. They want to get their bell cow in that groove and get them going. Find that rhythm where they're ripping off chunk yardage, run after run, and then just keep on feeding that beast. In a game...
Ball is teed up. Chase McLaughlin to do the honors. And off we go from SoFi. Has this at the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the fifth-year pro who can really fill up a stat sheet, Justin Herbert.
Last week, Kate, you won't call his effort wasted, never. But you wish a game like that would have come in a win instead of showing up in a contest they ended up dropping. 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's the type of game that wins are typically built off of.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Chris Braswell there for the tackle. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. On 3rd down, Herbert. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
1st and 10, Herbert. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be marked down about 4 yards away from that 1st down marker. 2nd and 3 now.
At the 46-yard line.
Herbert throwing again. That's a catch for Hayden Hurst. And they'll have it a little shy of the 40 as he goes out. Here's 1st and 10 from the 42 as this opening drive continues.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now Herbert again. Finds him over the middle. This is ahead for about 5. And stop made by K.J. Britt. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the Buccaneers 37-yard line.
Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Not able to get away from the big Vita Vea. The Buccaneers add another DB. 3rd down coming up. Working from the gun here. It's Herbert. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And 4th and 4 coming up. The Chargers sending out Dicker the kicker to add 3 to the board. Ball in the left hash, the distance 53 yards. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. So here now are the Buccaneers on offense to begin their first drive. And it's their 5th-year quarterback leading the charge.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team-first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, or maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. The give for the first time to Rachaad White. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Junior Colson bringing an end to that play. The Chargers into a nickel set, third down. Godwin, the man in motion left. Here he is on third and long. Can't find anyone open, and he's forced to throw it away.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Signals for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 27. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Chargers take possession. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Here's the first give to Gus Edwards. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Shotgun snap to Herbert. This finds Chark complete. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. All right, here we go. Second down.
At the 41-yard line.
Herbert from the gun. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Justin Herbert scrambles from the pocket.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Punter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. And there was nobody down there to get it. Punt hit at the 7, but continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Buccaneers send receiver Chris Godwin getting set for another go. And as he approaches the 100-catch mark for the season, you can see that his pace has been among the best in the NFL so far. Drive starts with a carry by White. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Junior Colson bringing an end to that play. We'll look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Again, this is White. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Jake Camarda on the punt. And he'll try to have his second punt top his first one. Calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 34-yard line. So no return on that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. They've got an early 3-0 lead as they take over here. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Chark there to haul it in. It's a pickup of 11. And it brings up an LA first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Escapes out to the left. Now here he goes.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
2nd and 3. Catch is made down the right sideline. Touchdown, Los Angeles! The Chargers stretch their early lead to 9. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
That one right down the middle. And the Chargers go up 10-zip here in the first. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Tampa Bay ready to head out to the field. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
1st and 10, it's a give to White. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Alohi Gilman up from the secondary for that tackle. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 28. Finds his man. It's Godwin. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Play action on 1st down. It's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Out of the gun, White. Juke the defender. And they stop him after a good run that takes him down inside the 40. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. From the 39. That's brought in by White. And they bring him down around the 34. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down. From the gun, a run for White. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Sent to the ground by Khalil Mack. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He has room past the 25. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Completes this one to Otten. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now movement as somebody goes early, and for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials.
Ball start, offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Well, the jumpiness cost him 5. First and goal, a little bit tougher here. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
They will not get another play off. We're at the end of 1. It's a 2-score game early. We're back to SoFi right after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They're hoping to convert here on second and goal. He'll throw it. This throw is caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. The rookie from Michigan there that time. So now here's third and goal. Pass play coming here. Escapes the pocket. And he drives this forward to the 6.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
On fourth down, the Buccaneers trying to put 3 on the board with Chase McLaughlin. A very short kick here from the right hash. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead's 7.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Darius Davis to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Herbert now. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. It was there, he just couldn't corral it. And that'll bring up second down. Back to the air, Herbert. He finds McConkey. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. It's Herbert once more. Hurst there to grab it. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Devontae David, like so many times in his career, making that tackle. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Ooh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards. He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still 3rd down.
After the penalty, 3rd and a yard coming up. Herbert to throw once more. Hauled in by Dobbins. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
First and 10. Here's Herbert. Completed to Hurst. And they bring him down around the 34.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Herbert throwing again, finding Hurst. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Chargers, first down. First and 10.
On the play fake, it's Herbert. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. You got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing them. Now Herbert again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. That's one he knows he should have had. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. He's on the move. Oh, he's gonna run for it!
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
So on 4th down, on comes Cameron Dicker and the Chargers for a field goal try. From the right hash, about 45 yards out. Brown's kick is up and good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good than get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
This return starts at the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. Here come the Bucs on offense now. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was looking for Chris Godwin on that play. And it sets up 2nd down. It's White on the give. And he found some running room for a nice gain. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2. He's going to throw this one. Short pass brought in. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Running back sent in motion. He'll get this complete to White. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
At the 47-yard line.
The give now to White. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
3rd down run from White. And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. Call it 1 yard there. Tough sledding the last couple of runs. It's 4th and 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On again comes Jake Camarda to punt this away. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And no chance at a return as this one heads across the sideline at the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense getting set to take over. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Dobbins gets it off the option. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
He was taken down behind.
I know it from the position of the quarterback, Kate. Sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Encroachment, defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still 3rd down.
Following the flag, it's 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Now there's the flag. Looks like the jump came from the left side of the line.
Ball start, offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Herbert now off the play fake. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And that makes it 2nd and long.
Down and 15 yards to go.
Herbert from the gun. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
3rd down and 15.
To throw, Herbert. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about.
Holding, offense.
Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run 3rd down again, partner, but they decline it. That's going to bring up 4th down.
45-yard attempt.
Brown's kick is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range, and he's delivering.
Set to return this, Trey Palmer. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Time for us to get another look at this Tampa Bay offense. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. They send a tight end in motion. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know what they say about assuming? Well, it's the same way on a football field. You can never assume. If you stop assuming that first sacker's going to get to the quarterback, well, you could run yourself right into trouble. This defense didn't. They didn't take a break, and they finally get him to the ground.
Another try following the sack. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete. Looking for Chris Godwin that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Looking to the air here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that brings up 4th and long. Tampa Bay in punt formation now. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And that fair catch brought in just beyond the 30-yard line. The Chargers are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Herbert on first down. Chased out to his right. He can run it. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 41. Able to hit Palmer, complete. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They have themselves another 1st and 10.
And the Chargers, first down.
Back to throw, here's Herbert. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
On 2nd down, here's Dobbins. Jukes one defender. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
They've got first down from the 31. Throwing from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Here's Herbert. Catch made by Chark. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
It's got to be one of the shortest completions I've ever seen on a curl and go. That route's like a fine wine, Kate. It gets better the longer it matures, but that court came out a little early that time, and it was only a small gain.
Ball start, offense.
So 3rd down becomes much tougher for him as 3rd and 1 becomes 3rd and a much more difficult 6. On 3rd down, Herbert. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, didn't it? And it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Setting up a throw. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 36. Dump off caught by his back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Now ahead of 3rd down. We get a pause here. They're going to call a timeout. Sideline, he's got it, and he gets the feet down too. That timeout taken by the Buccaneers, and that's their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. He'll throw it yet again. Defense is too much here. The Chargers drag him down. Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. The Buccaneers out and into punt formation. Darius Davis returning for the Chargers. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. No return on that punt. And they'll take over with minimal time remaining in the half. Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Chargers will have a first.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Ball start, offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Running it after the penalty. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Here comes the final play of our first half. They'll stick with the ground game here. Blast through midfield. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding, offense.
That one on the offense, but declined, so we will indeed head to halftime. And on to Orlando for our halftime report from Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll get started out in Denver, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Anthony Richardson leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head over to the West Coast. Check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting L.A. Rams. Joshua Dobbs leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville, see what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they were winners in their ball game as they were able to handle the visiting New York Jets. Trevor Lawrence, strong in the victory as his guys run their record to 10-4 now with 2 weeks to go. The Chargers were led in the first half by their star quarterback, Justin Herbert. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. On the return, here's Palmer. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Buccaneers and Rachaad White ready to take over once again. And the running lanes, and they've been hazardous. Not quite the decorated collection of highlights from him that we're going to look at here. Those big plays, the explosive runs where he leads an offense, just haven't been there for him in this one. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
This ball's cut by Palmer. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. New set of downs for him at the 38. Up the middle, here goes White. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Brought down on the effort by Derwin James. Second down now, 7 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Here's White again. Jukes out a one-stop. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding. Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Here's 2nd and 14. Completes this one to Otten. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Back to throw now, 3rd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
You know, one thing I noticed, Kate, coaching youth football, everybody wants their kid to play quarterback. That is, until they get knocked to the mat. And that's now 5 sacks in this game, let alone the number of times quarterback's been flushed as well. Not everybody is built to play quarterback.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And a fair catch made without incident, just inside the 25. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And it'll be their football. They'll get this drive started, 1st and 10. Play action now for Herbert. Bails out of the pocket quick. Stepping up, and he's going to run. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked?
Start. Offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Chris Braswell there for the tackle. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Early movement along the right side. The flag comes out.
Ball start. Offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Ooh, put some heat on that one, Brock, but it falls incomplete.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Fair catch made here at the 30-yard line. Now the Buccaneers set to take the field. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's on the move. He tucks it and takes off. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Sending the tight end in motion left. Now they'll throw out of the gun. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And now it's 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And that's good for a gain of 5. Stopped by Deion Henley. An extra defender in the secondary now for the Chargers. 3rd down coming. Oh, saw some movement there. That's going to cost them 5.
Ball start. Offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. To the air, 3rd and long. He's got it over the middle. And that will not be enough for a first down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
The
Chargers headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Throwing on first is Herbert. Hurst there to grab it. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
From the pistol, it's Herbert. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up. Going for the first with Dobbins. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. They stop him just short and force a 4th and 1.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
The Chargers lined up in punt formation. J.K. Scott will kick it away. Averaging over 50 yards a kick, and this is another one well hit. He takes the fair catch at about the 26-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Buccaneers will get set to go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive starts with a carry by White. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Tackled on the play by Poona Ford. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Tight end going in motion here. Here we go, 2nd and 9. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. So now we get a stoppage. Looks like a timeout called by the defense. They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. By a man, and now he's in the clear. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They strike for 23 yards. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First and 10, it's a give to White. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Got a man, Palmer has it. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
First down, Tampa Bay.
From the gun, a run for White. And they'll stop him, but not until he has a nice little gain down to the 32. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Again, this is White. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Stopped by Deion Henley. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag.
Ball start, offense.
So the penalty is going to back him up 5, and in all likelihood, they need to come up with a new play call for 3rd down. Palmer motioning right. throw on third down. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a fourth down.
You ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignments, hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that drops the deficit down to 13.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Chargers are getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones, continuing to hit this defense more good numbers well into this second half. On the play fake, it's Herbert. Completed over the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A gift to Dobbins out of the shotgun. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug of war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
And he stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding. Offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. They'll run here, following the penalty. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 3 yards almost gets him back to even, but it's going to be 3rd and 11 now.
Brings up 3rd and 11.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it brings up an LA first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Setting up the running back screen. And he's taken down at the 30. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
10 more yards. That's another Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Handoff goes to Dobbins, running left. And this isn't result quite yet as he goes out. We've got a flag down. Looks like it's going to be on the offense.
Holding. Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. That's complete to Dobbins. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Tackled back at the 41-yard line.
3 quarters in the books from this one. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Quick on the draw here to Dobbins. And they get him down after a quality pickup to about the 36. It's a gain of 5, but they're still well behind the sticks. 3rd down coming up. Herbert from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
A 6-yard loss.
They'll send out the punting unit. And he'll try to hit this one well. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line. The Buccaneer offense back out for another series. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. White trying this straight ahead. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
Completed to his running back. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. They're set up at the 35 now.
And the Buccaneer first down.
To throw it on first down. He's on the move. He keeps it and takes off. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Oh, man, those defensive players hate slippery quarterbacks. Near impossible to keep them hedged in or corral them behind the line there. He evades them long enough to turn a potential loss into positive yardage.
Finds his man. It's Godwin. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield. 1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48. Out of the gun, White. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From midfield on 2nd down. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Motioning the tight end now. 3rd and long for him here. Buys time, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Punting unit out now. It'll be Jake Camarda doing the honors. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead, and that's going to award their offense a 1st down.
Automatic first down.
This drive should have been over, partner, but running into the punter gives him new life and this 1st down. Back to throw now. Flushed out of the pocket. He takes it himself. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that 1st down anyway.
Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. This ball's cut by Palmer. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 now. Off the play fake, he's gonna throw. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. Asante Samuel Jr. makes the play.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
All right, so they like the results on the field, and they're gonna decline this penalty. Herbert now off the play fake. Finds his target, Mason. And this one doesn't go far.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still on your roster? Yes, coach. Then you're going to be just fine.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Shotgun snap to Herbert. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Punter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. And he collects the fair catch just inside the 35. So no return on that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. It's White on the give. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Well, it looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still second down.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Running it after the penalty. Escapes a defender. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
We know how hard explosive plays can be in the NFL, and so often they come via the air. What a great help for the offense to find an explosive play on the ground. Well done.
It's into the hands of White. He breaks a tackle, and he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Hauled in by Godwin. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
And the Buccaneer first down.
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Got his target, it's Otten. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. The Chargers into a nickel set, third down. Irving on the inside give. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone, incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. Pass play on first and goal. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that makes it second and goal. He'll throw it yet again. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers now within one score in the fourth. It's a Chris Godwin touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
McLaughlin tacks on the extra point. And the Buccaneers get it back to within 6.
Buccaneers 13.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. He fields it from the 8. Returns looking good so far. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. The Charger offense making its way to the field. And this really looks like a whole different ball game after that touchdown, doesn't it? They really need to go on a drive here. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Herbert now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Back to the air, Herbert. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46.
1st and 10 at the 46.
They'll run on 1st down with Dobbins. And he's held up short of midfield after a small gain. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Running it again with Dobbins. And he's brought down for a loss. It's the 2-minute warning here in LA. Chargers up by 6. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Again, they'll run with Dobbins. And he's held up short of midfield after a small gain. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this 2nd half. Up the middle, here goes White. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
At the 2-yard line.
Here's White again. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again. Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up. And he won't find an escape. They converge and drop him for the safety. Well, this has been one of the big stories of the game, partner. He has been sacked over and over and over here. And this time, cost him more than just yards. It cost him 2 points and possession. Former quarterback, man, what are you thinking at this point in the game?
I'm thinking I'm going to be spending a lot of time in the training room to get my body right. And I think, were you Marshawn Lynch right there? Over and over
there
and
you
over.
Go. Let's go.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And this drive is going to have some great starting field position as a result of that short kick. Dobbins gets it off the option. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding. Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Down to a knee, and we're going to see if that defense chooses to expend one of its final 2 timeouts. Tampa spends its 2nd timeout now. Back into that favorite formation they go, Brock, forcing those guys to burn a timeout. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out. That timeout taken by the Buccaneers, and that's their final one. After one final kneel down, partner, and this should do it. A final kneel down here, and that should put a bow on this one. They'll bring out the punter here. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And now he's going to call for the fair catch and take it just beyond the 30. So the Chargers come away with the win in this one. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a win for the Chargers as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.